एट द एंड ऑफ दिस वीडियो आपको लगेगा कि आपने कितनी आसानी से हिस्ट्री का एक बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट टॉपिक तैयार कर लिया है। अगर यकीन ना हो तो खुद ही देख लीजिए। हाय, दिस इज अमृता टू हेल्प यू एम्पलीफाई योर लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंस इन स्टडी ट्रैक। What was that event in the history of the world which changed the face of whole Europe? Yes, that was unification of Germany. तो आज हम इस वीडियो में क्लास 10th हिस्ट्री चैप्टर 1 द राइज ऑफ नेशनलिज्म इन यूरोप का एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक यूनिफिकेशन ऑफ जर्मनी के बारे में विस्तार से जानकारी प्राप्त करेंगे। डियर फ्रेंड्स, जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि रिवाइज्ड सिलेबस ऑफ 2020 you have to study only 2 chapters of history. One is this, the rise of nationalism in Europe, and another one is nationalism in India. इसलिए आपके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि हर टॉपिक को आप बहुत ही अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करें। तो इस वीडियो में हम यूनिफिकेशन ऑफ जर्मनी के बारे में स्टडी करेंगे। तो क्वेश्चन क्या पूछा जाता है? डिस्क्राइब द डिफरेंट स्टेजेस ऑफ यूनिफिकेशन ऑफ जर्मनी। जर्मनी, जैसा कि आप देखते हैं, which is a very powerful country of Europe in present times, 1871 से पहले ऐसा नहीं था। It consisted of number of principalities. तो फिर वो यूनिफाई कैसे हुआ और वो कौन-कौन सी स्टेजेस थी जिसकी वजह से जर्मन यूनिफिकेशन हुआ? आइए देखते हैं। तो फर्स्ट स्टेप, a very important one, was in 1834, that was formation of customs union. Formation of customs union, which is also called as Zollverein. In 1834 रशिया के अंडर में जो जर्मन यूनिफिकेशन स्टार्ट हुआ, जिसमें 39 स्टेट्स और प्रिंसिपैलिटीज ने मिलकर एक कस्टम्स यूनियन बनाया। कस्टम्स यूनियन मीन्स वहां पर उन्होंने जो टैरिफ बैरियर्स थे वो हटा दिए। मीन्स द फर्स्ट पॉइंट क्या था? एबॉलिशन ऑफ टैरिफ बैरियर्स। उससे क्या हुआ? द मूवमेंट ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज बिकेम इजियर। Earlier, there used to be 30 currencies, which was reduced to 2. Then, there was the development of network of railways. इन सब steps की वजह से there was economic union of these 39 principalities. So, this was the first step which led to economic unification of Germany. तो हमको first point जो लिखना है वो ये लिखना है फॉर्मेशन ऑफ यूनियन। उसके बाद हम देखते हैं सेकंड पॉइंट। सेकंड स्टेज वाज इन 1848। डियर फ्रेंड्स, 1848 was a great revolutionary year in Europe. In that year, there was liberal revolutions, especially in France, and it affected people in Germany also. तो जर्मनी में क्या हुआ? 1848 में members of middle class, means businessmen, means educated people, means artisans, all of them collected together and they forced for number of reforms. तो second point होगा liberal initiative in 1848. What were their demands? उनकी demands थी framing of constitution, उनकी डिमांड थी फ्रीडम ऑफ प्रेस, उनकी डिमांड थी फ्रीडम ऑफ एसोसिएशन। सो द सेकंड इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप वाज टेकन अप इन 1848 by liberals. Liberals were the middle class people who were in favor of reforms. तो जर्मन यूनिफिकेशन में this was the second important step. Third and the most important point is Frankfurt Parliament. In Germany, a number of political organizations were working. Out of that, number of educated middle class people, especially businessmen and the people which businessmen, artisans and educationists, they came together and formed All German National Assembly in 1848. Then they elected 31 representatives. Now, in festive mood, they marched to Frankfurt Parliament. This happened on 18th May 1848. At that time, this meeting was convened in Church of St. Paul. They reached there and presented their demand. What was their demand? They wanted to draft a constitution for German nation. And what did they want? They want a monarchy which is subject to parliament. So they were demanding a sort of democracy, constitutional monarchy. At that time, the king of Prussia was Frederick William IV. He was very unhappy over this. He called the troops and this assembly was disbanded. So this event, Frankfurt Parliament, is a leading step for German unification, which paved the way for German unification. अब हम चलते हैं fourth point पर. Who was the architect of German unification? You must remember his name was Otto von Bismarck. Who was he? He was the chief minister of Prussia. And the policy which he adopted was policy of blood and iron. What do we understand from this policy? Policy of blood and iron? It means that he used determined diplomatic efforts, and by using the army, by using the various important officials, in 3 years war which is spread over 7 years, he was able to defeat Austria, Denmark and France. So this paved the way for German unification. तो हम फिर से देखते हैं क्या हुआ. ऑटो वन बिस्मार्क उन्होंने ब्लड और आयरन की पॉलिसी अडॉप्ट करी, जिसके तहत उन्होंने ऑस्ट्रिया, डेनमार्क और फ्रांस को बहुत ही डिप्लोमेटिक तरीके से 3 इयर्स वॉर में 7 इयर्स में पूरी तरह से हरा दिया. और अंडर द लीडरशिप ऑफ Prussian king Kaiser William I, German unification was achieved in 1871. तो इस तरह से हमने देखा कि जर्मन यूनिफिकेशन 4 स्टेप्स में संभव हुआ. I hope you must have understood this topic. अगर आपको इसी तरह के वीडियो और देखने हैं तो please subscribe this channel Study Track. Keep watching, share and like this video.